What if you could reshape your brain in just 1 month? Not science fiction, but science fact. Neuroscience reveals that your brain is constantly rewiring itself, and you can take the wheel. The idea of rewiring your brain sounds like a plot from a neural hacking thriller. But for the past 2 decades, neuroscientists have proven it's not only possible, it's happening every moment. The question isn't whether you can rewire your brain, but whether you're willing to take control. Self-help gurus often promise effortless transformation, but the reality is more demanding and more liberating. Rewiring isn't about erasing your past or installing a new personality. It's about systematically reshaping the neural pathways that govern your habits, emotions, and thoughts. And the science suggests that 30 days is a surprisingly viable timeframe to lay the foundation for lasting change. For most of the 20th century, scientists believed the adult brain was fixed. That dogma was shattered by Michael Merzenish's studies on primates in the 1980s and 1990s. He showed that the brain's sensory and motor maps could be radically reorganized after injury or intensive training. This phenomenon is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections throughout life. The rule is simple: neurons that fire together, wire together. When you repeat a thought or behavior, the synaptic connections between involved neurons become stronger and more efficient. Unused connections weaken and are pruned away. Your brain is a living map, constantly redrawing its own borders based on what you do. Why 30 days? It's not arbitrary. While a seminal study from University College London found it takes an average of 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic, the first 30 days are a critical inflection point. This is the phase of maximum resistance and maximum potential. Think of it like building a trail through a dense forest. The first few days, you're breaking branches and pushing through undergrowth. After a week, a faint trace appears. After 30 days of consistent walking, that trail becomes a clear, well-trodden path. The forest hasn't changed, but the path now exists. Your brain, in 30 days, can build that path, the neural infrastructure for a new pattern. Perhaps the most famous demonstration of adult neuroplasticity is the study of London taxi drivers. Researchers found that the posterior hippocampus, a brain region crucial for spatial navigation, was significantly larger in experienced taxi drivers than in control subjects. Critically, the size correlated with time on the job. This wasn't a pre-existing trait. The brain physically grew in response to memorizing the knowledge, London's 25,000 streets. Structural changes took months and years, but initial synaptic strengthening began within weeks of training. This shows that even complex skills can start rewiring your brain in under 30 days. Your brain is waiting for the right challenge. The 10,000 hours rule has a solid neuroscientific basis. Repetition doesn't just strengthen connections, it insulates them. A key player in rewiring is myelin, a fatty sheath that wraps around axons, dramatically increasing the speed of neural transmission. Research shows that repetitive activation of a neural circuit triggers oligodendrocytes, the brain's myelin-producing cells, to wrap that circuit more tightly. In 30 days of dedicated practice, you can significantly increase myelination of the circuits underlying your new habit. That means faster, more fluid, and less effortful behavior. Your brain literally becomes more efficient at what you repeatedly do. One of the most practical applications of 30-day rewiring is in emotional regulation. A groundbreaking study demonstrated that just 11 hours of integrative body-mind training over 1 month led to significant changes in the structure and function of the anterior, cingulate cortex and prefrontal cortex, regions responsible for attention and self-regulation. Participants showed reduced stress, improved attention, and measurable decreases in cortisol levels. In 30 days, you can literally thicken the cortical areas that help you pause before reacting. This isn't about willpower, it's about architecture. Your brain can build the infrastructure for calm, focused control. Based on converging evidence from neuroscience and behavioral psychology, a 30-day rewiring plan isn't about willpower, it's about architecture. The most common mistake is trying to rewire everything at once. You can't. The brain operates on a single, focused circuit at a time. The protocol is simple. Week 1, identify and isolate the target circuit. Choose one habit, thought, or emotional response to reshape. Then, commit to daily, consistent practice. Each repetition strengthens the synaptic connections and speeds up myelination. By day 30, the path is clear. Your brain has built the infrastructure. The change is real. Your brain is not fixed. It's a living map, ready to be redrawn. In 30 days, you can lay the foundation for lasting change. The question is, will you take the first step?